Wait, Michael A.
Well, he plays twins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did they actually put an A in there then?
No. That's just the joke I've seen online about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Damn. That would have been great, actually.
Look, I could actually talk about Sinners for like 3 hours unimpeded, but we should probably talk about WrestleMania instead.
So people that are listening to this, we've only been able to watch day one because right now it's Easter and we're kind of taking time out to do this. So we've only seen night one. I've watched it twice now.
You've watched it twice, yeah. It's real easy to watch when you can do the replay and skip all the commercials.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
Holy crap. Like only one match was over 30 minutes.
Okay. So they did the thing again where they stopped showing the timer.
Yeah. No, the rest of them, the next longest match besides the main event was Tiffany and Charlotte, and that was still sub 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 18 or 17 or something like that.
Yeah, everything was like between like 15 to 10 minutes. That's about the max. Because
it was technically like a 2-hour wrestling show with an hour of commercials. Right around. Because like I think the biggest of the timer that I saw was like 4.5 minutes, and then it stopped telling me how long the commercials were going to be. And I think one of them was like 5.5, almost 6 minutes of commercials.
Dude, it
was annoying.
Yeah, it's not unexpected because this is, how Peacock gets their money back now that WWE has left them, and they spent a lot of money to get them in the first place. It's just what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Overall thoughts on the show. Like, let's get look at Maya. Fucking gremlin dog.
Cutest little gremlin dog with a very average size nose. She does not have a small nose, despite what 2 vets have said. I don't care. Look at it. It's very average. You're right. See?
Oh, man.
She knows. Dad will protect her. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
overall, like, show... I feel bad saying this. I don't want to say mid. Like, it wasn't mid. It was, like, just above mid.
I'll say fucking mid. I'll say it. It says like, above my head, WrestleMania.
Oh, I can't see that. But I had some issues with this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, overall, praise that we can throw out there. I liked the stage setup in the set. I liked the crowd worked into there. The placement of like the screens and the moving them for certain entrances. Awesome. Love that. That was fantastic bit of production. Wade Barrett on commentary. Great addition there.
He was a great counter to Cole.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, he had quips for days with Cole.
And 10 times better than fucking Pat McAfee.
God, Pat McAfee was so, like, he sounded so bored.
I think he was hungover. I think he was hungover.
All right.
Yeah. What else can I say? They seem to have mic'd the crowd properly for a stadium show, even if the crowd wasn't that loud. Particularly during LA Knight's entrance, and they had the bullshit noise meter, and you couldn't hear the crowd over the music.
Nope, no, you cannot.
Nope.
So here's the thing about that. I think that is technically that's indoors, but that place is so freaking huge that it might as well be an outdoor place.
Yeah, it's an open air stadium for real. Like, that's just the vibe.
Like, it's kind of crazy. That place is huge, which leads me to another thing too, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like the building that was set for the entrance stage, where
Mhm.
people were sitting and stuff, like right in front of it. I get the feeling that that was initially for like a monster v monster match that was originally intended before someone broke a bone in the middle of their foot.
Oh,
Where they were supposed to come in off that building and look like monsters.
yeah, a little
Uh,
Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman action.
yeah,
Yeah,
like that was my first thought when I saw that.
yeah,
But production was great. Overall, camera work was amazing. Again, like I have to give it to the camera people, like pretty much week after week, because they step it up, man. It's
yeah.
crazy.
The people working in the truck and the guys with the cameras on the ground are doing great work. Even the dude flying the drone.
Yep.
All
Oh,
that
that drone work was so good.
Yeah, all that shit just fucking slaps. Even if they do occasionally slip up and actually slide in a Survivor Series graphic in there.
You noticed that too, huh?
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah,
Overall,
yeah.
show-wise though, barring all the commercials, pretty, except for like the main event. Main event was pretty good. It had the drama, right? You know.
Okay, so I agree. I also feel like the Charlotte v Tiffy match could have been the main event. Was there some sloppiness in it? Sure. Overall, it was a great match, and I feel like it really catapulted Tiffy at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that kind of like sloppiness and like almost awkward chemistry they had kind of worked in their favor, with it being like a hard-hitting kind of like slugfest of a match.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. That's the problem with day one, is that I feel like it's really hard to line up how you're going to do the show, because there was 3 matches that could have been the main event, and only one of them was.
Yeah. And the main
go ahead.
event being what it was the right call. Absolutely.
Yeah.
From like a booking
Yeah.
standpoint and from like a drama curve standpoint, that was the right call. And popularity wise, absolutely.
I feel like there's an argument to be made though about the Gunther Jey Uso match being the main event as well. That's one of my 3 that I think could have been.
Okay. If we're gonna talk
or
about Jey Uso versus Gunther opening up, like let's dive deep into it right now. Because I feel like on paper should have been like the main event, considering that's like what you win when you get the Royal Rumble win, and that's what they advertised it as, and his name is main event fucking Jey Uso. Sure. That being said, that match, like it felt like they never got into like full gear, like they never got into the top gear. It felt like they weren't getting it to the point where it deserved. Like after that beatdown of Jimmy, where he just bled like a fucking pig, they needed to up the violence for this match to kind of meet that. Like, I'm sorry, Jey Uso's taking on Gunther. His tits should have been bleeding by the end of it. He just should have been.
So in this match, I honestly believe Jay looked amazing out there.
Yeah,
I think Gunther,
one of his better performances, absolutely.
Yeah, honestly, this was probably his best performance in many ways, because not only did he win, obviously, spoilers, but they always make fun of the Uso boys for only knowing like 3 moves, and we saw 7 that night. Not only beating the number, but more than doubling it. And some of those moves were Gunther's very own moves that he has used against him, which I really enjoyed. My issue overall is I felt like they decided to rush this match on purpose. Not the boys that were in the ring, but management above. This needed to go longer. It needed more blood. But what it had was still a main event match, in my opinion.
It had the right vibe, the right drama, the right emotions going into it. Absolutely. I agree with you. It needed a little bit more time And like I'm just saying, like it needed a bit more violence.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have had that if there was more time.
Yeah.
I think the perfect example of it not having enough time was how quick Gunther tapped out.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of the tell that this match was rushed.
I think what it needed for that like quick tap out to work was a bit more build to that submission, like having Jay like attempting to get him into it throughout the match in order to sell it, because Gunther tapping out immediately is kind of within the lore of Gunther. Like he doesn't he taps out immediately to submissions. That's kind of like his character flaw. But in order to like kind of sell that a little bit, I want them to work to that moment a bit more, tease it up a little bit, because they were throwing bombs at each other like right from the get-go through this.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jay came locked in, dripped out, like no joke.
He looked great. So many people had like their fantastic WrestleMania gear on for the show, and I love it when people get special gear for WrestleMania, because it's that extra little spice on top,
Oh yeah, and like he looked like Elvis. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was very fitting. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It had a very big Elvis vibe to it, and not in the bad way.
Yeah, not fat Elvis.
Yeah, like just going into doing all of his shows in Vegas, Elvis. He came in locked in, just like ready to go. And I saw someone make the joke. Christina showed me on Threads that him having to do all them extra steps coming in from the crowd this time was like more athleticism than Jay's ever had to do in his life. But let me tell you, all right, person who made the really awesome joke, he also went back up him. Okay,
he did.
He went back up him.
It's double.
It's double.
Yeah.
But it was rushed. You could tell it was. It needed. You're right. It needed that build up with him trying it multiple times. Maybe not right away.
No.
But like midway through, he tries it once. Gunther easily gets out of it. He's not winded. Tried again a little bit later on, like 2/3 of the way through, and then boom, that final time, like fucking like a crocodile.
Yeah,
just
like the realization of like, oh no, he's got me good. There's no way I'm gonna tap out immediately. Like then that works a little bit better for me. But like overall, like I'm not surprised or upset at the result. I think they've proven that like Jay is a star. Like he is a money mover. He's got the crowd on his side. Like I know like lots of people on the internet like will hate on Jay for his performance between the ropes, but that's not all it is at the end of the day. Let's be honest. Like how many years was the Undertaker a top draw when he couldn't do shit in his later life?
Oh my god, look at most of those WrestleMania matches. They were below mid. Not all of them, obviously. Like no argument there. There were some pretty awesome matches from Undertaker, but you look at his overall showing and actually break it down match by match, and there's some real bad WrestleMania matches that he's had.
Yeah.
And just matches in general.
Oh yeah.
Part of me thinks that the Jay being sloppy was kayfabe. I think it started real, and they leaned into it a bit.
Yeah.
And it just didn't hit very well with the crowd.
And that's okay, because they found like the build had been drawn out way too long because they moved WrestleMania later in the year, but they found a good kind of like pattern and a build for Jay and Gunther. Like the overall like arc for the feud worked. They're wasn't terrible. It wasn't like stand out great, but it was serviceable. It told a basic story and it got there.
I think what helped it is that Jay very much leans into the anime hero kind of archetype that you see, where they have to be beaten down, they have to lose in the beginning. I know, obviously, wrestling's been doing that for years. It's not a uncommon trope, but it's in the style that I feel like it's done nowadays has heavy influence from anime.
Yeah.
And Jay leans into that a lot, and I think it helped out with this match. Otherwise, this match would have been bad in many ways, because the build-up took too long, like you said. The when they found their footing with the Jay overcoming his fear, I think it was a little too late, but it still worked. It just was like, I wish we had that sooner kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And his ability to lock in the match and not only overcome Gunther, but show Gunther why he is the man he is, main event Jey Uso, like, it was done still, despite the rush.
Yeah. Like, it just needed a little bit more, you know?
That's it. So,
yeah. WrestleMania.
It's just, like, I don't know, man. Like, give him 10 more minutes. I think if there was 10 more minutes, we would have had blood.
Yeah.
We would have had more of that build up with him getting him into the chokehold. And I think we also would have had Gunther start to, instead of being dismissive and almost afraid right off the bat, I think it would have been that gradual decline into fear.
Yeah. And it started, like, it kind of set the tone for the rest of the show of, like, everything just kind of feeling like a Raw main event rather than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because next match was the World Tag Team titles. War Raiders going up against New Day. New Day gear looking great. That shit was dope. I know somebody made reference to them being paying homage to the Giant Gonzalez. Now, I saw that as Monster Hunter, bro. Like, they were. Oh, that's what that red is to me. And then
War Raiders. Too. Okay, so I'm not alone.
Yeah, War Raiders coming out. No longer Vikings, being dressed like Vikings from Clash of Clans.
Yep. I feel like the gear was great. The issue was I think the fans were a little already subdued from the previous match going into this,
like,
which didn't help because this also felt rushed.
It felt rushed. It didn't have anything unexpected in it, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, I wanted this result because that means we have some sort of direction for the New Day going forward since they've turned heel, because fantastic heel turn. They've been given almost nothing to do since turning, and now we have like some sort of direction for them. But like that, this match could have been a fucking email.
Yes, it could have been, and it's sad too because the War Raiders look great out there. The fans didn't care. No,
they did not.
Just like, God, they tried so many times to get the fans involved, and it's I don't know. Like, I feel like if this is one of those matches that needed another like 15 minutes.
It needed like another 5 minutes of storyboarding at least. I want, Woods and Kofi to be cheating deal dickheads, like, because
that's what we got. Like let's admit that is where we got to.
I want more.
Exactly, it wasn't enough. I wasn't sold on it at all. Like, I feel like with the direction it went, the War Raiders might as well kept the fucking titles. Like, I feel bad for the guys because I don't feel like that's for both teams. I feel like it's not an earned victory.
No,
and I feel like
should have been on a boat.
Yeah,
bring out the Viking boat.
I don't know if you blame them though. Again, I feel like this is like a management thing, man. Like,
this was under 10 minutes.
Yes, and it needed like 15 minutes more. It needed to be like a 25-minute match minimum.
Yeah,
like this was one of those kind of matches where because the War Raiders are great at going for the long game. Like, you need to let them cook for a while,
Yeah, I mean, Eric and Ivar, man, they can pull out some crazy shit. Woods.
Oh God, Kofi, I got goosebumps when Eric screamed at Xavier.
Yeah,
like just roared in his face, dude. I got goosebumps, and the crowd was silent. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" That moment was amazing.
It just didn't translate because like front row seats are. I'm sorry, dude. If you're shelling out that kind of money at an event like that, you best believe I am going to be on my feet, either cheering or booing, showing anything, because I spent that kind of money. I'm getting my money's worth out of it.
That. The amount of money that they paid to sit there is not only crazy, but at the very least, you think they would have had like a little like height requirement thing, and if you didn't meet it, they'd give you a free pair of stilts because of how much money you paid. Because some people didn't see shit.
Yeah.
They didn't see anything. They couldn't see it at all.
Borderline criminal.
I felt really bad.
Yeah. Following that, we had surprisingly like the first women's one-on-one match with no title and no gimmicks at WrestleMania in history, apparently.
Really? I didn't know that.
Like, there's been like singles matches without a title, but I believe they had some sort of stipulation or gimmick involved, and this was just a straight up match between Jade and Naomi.
I mean, I liked the match. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it slapped.
Yeah, I mean, it's in Jade's sweet spot with it being, under 10 minutes. So
yes,
and you've got a pro like Naomi in there with her, and the two of them can just fucking cook, because they know how to show off the strengths of each other, hide their weaknesses, and just fucking this is another match where they were just throwing bombs at each other the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have loved to see this go like another 10 minutes minimum.
No, not me. I don't think
the way that
Jade has it in her to go for the long matches yet. I don't think she does.
She might not, but I would have. And I also, I just would have liked to seen it gradually get more extreme in the beatdown, and it's like less technical, less like just constantly moving towards where Jade just goes full rage mode, and is just beating the crap out of her like she's Omni-Man beating up his son. Like,
I mean, you could save that for a stepped up rematch right there. That's what that could be.
You could, yeah. Either way, the match was amazing. I think it flowed really well for the time limit it had.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Naomi honestly looked the best out of this.
Oh yeah.
Despite, like taking the loss, like it. God, it seemed like she directed the show like a puppeteer, like the entire time. It was amazing, and she's a veteran. I get it. Like she should be able to do that, but this really showed it. Like really showed it.
Oh, and once again, another notch on the tally for awesome ring gear for both of them.
Yeah,
both of them looked like $1 million out there. It was dope.
So something came off of Jade's outfit like 2/3 of the way through.
Dude, parts of their outfits were just breaking apart throughout the entire thing.
Well, the one part, it was a big like chunk. It was a big golden chunk. I went back and forth trying to figure out what the hell that part.
I thought it was like a part of one of her knee pads or something.
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I kept rewinding and going back. I couldn't tell what that thing was, because if it was her knee, it came off of like her midsection. Yeah. Like I don't know. But I kept trying to figure it out. But you're right. Like their outfits got destroyed by the end of it.
There's sequins and threads and like armbands everywhere at the end of this. Like,
God, like this was like the monster v monster match we could have had basically with Braun and Bronson.
Oh,
like
that was slapped.
Yeah. And I say that because this is more of like your superhero v supervillain, or like anti-hero v, or like superhero v anti-hero, because Jade's kind of like more on the hero end in a sense, even though she's going for revenge, and then Naomi's kind of like your anti-hero heel. Both think they're right kind of deal. It just slapped. It fucking slapped.
Yeah,
like,
I did not have Jim Cantor on my WrestleMania bingo card for the intro for Jade, because for the folks that are not in Hurricane Country like I am, Jim Cantor is kind of a folklore hero. He is your gauge for how bad a hurricane is going to be. Like if he's got his full suit on, you're perfectly safe. As he loses more pieces of the full suit is when you start to get worried. Like when he's got no tie, the shirt's unbuttoned, and the sleeves are rolled up, you better be fucking going to ground.
Oh my God. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know what... I live in the Midwest, everybody, okay? Yeah. I didn't know what the hell this was at first. I didn't realize that this was a promo intro for Jade Cargill until he said the storm.
Yeah.
That's when it clicked for me, and I feel bad that it took that freaking long. And then I had to look up who he was, and you're right. This man is a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like, to be able to get him away from his, like, fucking monitor and shit is crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's not hurricane season yet, luckily.
Oh, every day's hurricane season at this point in the warming of the planet, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, shout out to Arkansas with that fucking softball-sized hail. Jesus, it looked like a war zone.
Gosh. Seriously. But this, honestly, this could have been the opener, and I would have been happy with this as an opener, because I think it would have been a great lead-in for everything in night one.
Yeah, dude, like a sub 10-minute fucking bomb fest like this, right? What you need to fucking like get people going, right? Like,
yeah, like you're setting the stage. You're like, okay, this is how the rest of the show's gonna be. Even if it doesn't end up being that way, you're giving people like a great entrance into the show.
yeah, and you know, like, Naomi, out of like anybody, deserves a fucking spotlight at WrestleMania. Jade, what they've done to build her up, only makes sense to have her on the grandest stage of them all. It just makes sense. Also making sense, the U.S. Title match, Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. Yeah, all about this.
Yeah,
I got all the
This
time in the world
slapped.
for this. Fucking Jacob Fatu coming out wearing the furry werewolf mask, still terrifying me. All about it. LA Knight getting rolled up, chauffeured in a Maserati because they are not risking that money. Yeah, I get it.
Oh man, that was so funny because at first I figured he might be driving it when it first pulled up, but then I see him in the passenger seat, and I was like, no, they couldn't pay the insurance on that.
No, it's like when they had was it the Slim Jim NASCAR Fast Meet drop him off, and they had the fake him coming out of the driver's seat.
Yeah. God, I feel like some corners were cut because like in this whole showing of WrestleMania Day 1 because of something we'll talk about in a little bit, but having Rey Mysterio not come out and then also have Bayley not come out, I feel like they're like, we can't afford this anymore. We need to stop. we need to save money.
Okay. Side note on Bayley there. From what I've read from the dirt sheets, she is not legit injured. It's a work, and there's several people backstage who are like, "What the fuck, dude? Come on, it's Bayley. She deserves her WrestleMania spot." But okay, we're getting swerved for a surprise because it's WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. What it is, you know.
Oh, trust me, I have a theory, an Austin theory about that match.
Okay.
Maybe not an Austin theory, but a theory.
So, Becky.
No. I'll tell you when we get there.
When we get there, okay. But right now,
I'll tell you.
Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, another around 10-minute match that just fucking cooked. That fucking moonsault off the top rope, countered into the BFT. That was some slick shit right there.
I gasped when that happened. Like that was insane. That was I audibly gasped. Like that was crazy. Yeah. There was some moments like that throughout the night, but this one really kind of let you know, like, oh shit, like they ain't playing around for this. This is actually the match of the night, Alex, that I would say did not need more time. It also didn't need less time. This was the perfect amount of time for me.
Yeah, and like it's been what we've said for the past year since they've signed Jacob Fatu, like best signing by far, and showing that like sometimes the meritocracy of wrestling works still because motherfucker deserved to be this spot, deserves that title, deserves all of it because just like from the jump he has been like a magnet for eyeballs, and this just all right, you're proving everybody right for doing this way because motherfucker is awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like when you pair him up against someone like LA Knight, who is really good at not only giving bumps but taking them, it's like a match made in heaven with these two, and it has been for a little bit. We kind of, it's like when they first started butting heads, you could tell this was going to be amazing. It's finally time they put a real belt onto Fatu though. It was annoying back with the whole tag team belt situation when he like broke his ankle or whatever. But this was awesome. And you know what? Shout out to Wade Barrett for calling out LA Knight for being on SmackDown the day before. And not calling out. Yeah, not calling out Jacob Fatu. Because now that I remember it, this was another one of those little like tiffy matches between Cole and Barrett again. Which happened throughout the night.
Yeah. God. Wade Barrett has fantastic chemistry with whoever he's working with. He just does.
I mean, Cole always does too, but when you put those two together, it's like, no matter what Cole says, Wade always has some sort of retort.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. It's like he just has it lined up, ready to go.
I think Wade Barrett might be my favorite commentator in WWE.
He's at least my favorite heel commentator, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Yeah. But, God, this was probably the most WrestleMania feeling match on the mid card.
Yeah. The intros, very WrestleMania feeling. That's kind of what's weird about this WrestleMania. It didn't feel like WrestleMania the whole time. Yeah. We had moments of WrestleMania, but it was like a Raw or SmackDown otherwise. Like a I don't want to say like a go home show, but like there was some go home shows or matches in this.
A little bit, yeah.
It's kind of annoying because it's like it's day one. You put like some of your biggest stuff on day one because of the fact that most people are celebrating Easter on Sunday. I shouldn't say most, but many. I get that, but don't get rid of all the ads. Like make the show longer with more matches. Like this is insane.
Oh, dude.
This one, though, did not need more time. Those boys have perfected what it's like to just throw down the gauntlet in 10 minutes or less. This was no joke either. Like the ability for Jacob to be able to sell the idea that he can always just get back up. Not everybody could do that.
No.
Like this man took so many bumps from LA Knight that I actually started believing that LA Knight was going to win this match, like about midway through.
Yeah. Oh God.
So,
I seriously love Jacob Fatu. I just do. Like, dude's too awesome.
I feel like this is one of those points in time where he might not be a long-term belt holder of the U.S. Championship belt because this is like a catapult moment for him.
Honestly, it's a catapult moment for both of them. Like, LA Knight should move up to the main title scene immediately following this. This week, I would say. I would do that.
Well, they missed their moment before when Shinsuke took the belt off, and that was a perfect moment to start putting him up in the main card. And they didn't do it, so they better do it now. Yeah, because if they don't do it now, I don't think they'll ever do it. Personally.
God, then that would just be a waste of somebody who is just over with the fucking crowd.
The dude has Macho Man levels of being over with the crowd. The dude is like essentially the new Macho Man, actually, now that I say that out loud. Just without all the cocaine.
Yeah. What I'm trying to remember the word that words he uses to describe his Riz, the undeniable Kavorka, I believe. Yeah. Accurate. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what didn't have Riz though, Alex?
Are you about to talk about El Grande Americano going up against Rey Fenix? Because Rey Mysterio unfortunately got injured on SmackDown and they had to sub in somebody last second. So Rey Fenix got to make his WrestleMania debut from nowhere, basically. And God, I feel so bad for Phoenix in this moment because yes, you're getting the WrestleMania opportunity, but you're not getting any prep work, no fanfare. Like you're not getting your special like entrance. You're not getting unique ring gear for the moment. Like I'm going to give them both all the credit in the world because they put on a hell of a fucking match regardless on such short notice. And I think that's a credit to both of these guys being, you know, fucking phenomenal pro wrestlers. Absolutely. But I feel bad because, like, come on, dude. It's like your first one. You want it to be a little bit more special.
Yeah. I had many issues with this match, and I think most of my issues fall on management again. That's going to be the highlight for me is how management dropped the ball on this WrestleMania so far.
Yeah.
I don't think this match should have happened to begin with. Mainly because if you're going to have Chad Gable win, potentially Chad Gable.
Allegedly.
If you're going to have allegedly Chad Gable win in WrestleMania, I want him to be as Chad Gable. I don't want him as El Grande Americano. Like, I want Chad Gable winning. Like, it weirds me out. And then with the whole, like, Ray getting injured, I still think that's a work, and I think they didn't want to pay him. And they'd rather pay Ray Phoenix less money. So, to go out there last minute. I also... My other big issue with this is that AAA was bought out by WWE.
Yes.
Taken over.
Announced
and
just before the show started.
Like literally just before the show started. I didn't watch all of the pre-show stuff, but I did see that.
I had it on the background.
It worried me the moment I heard it. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, there goes a great promotion. Like, here we go. It's just going to become like another like breeding ground for them to bring talent up. And like
it's not even going to be a breeding ground to bring talent up because like since the pandemic, AAA has had its woes.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, God, somehow, fucking never say never in wrestling. Alberto Del Rio is now working for WWE again in the most backwards way.
Yep.
At least now we know with certainty why Conan has been shitting on AEW for the past several years at every opportunity because he was planning on selling out to WWE from the get-go.
Yep. Essentially, yes, you are correct. And you want to know how he was repaid, Alex? A veteran of AAA, Ray fucking Phoenix, loses to the joke fucking character El Grande Americano the day it's fucking announced that AAA is taken over.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, that was so goddamn offensive. It pissed me off. I'm not going to lie to you. I was mad.
Honestly, I suspect that the original plan with Rey Mysterio was for him to beat Americano and unmask him on the stage. I think that was the original plan, and Ray getting injured forced them to, you know, change things on the fly, and they didn't really think it out, and they were just like, okay, who can we throw in here? How can we make this work? How can we, you know, adjust the storyline to keep this moving in some sort of direction so we're not like wasting the opportunity here.
I just wish they still let Ray Phoenix do that though. Like, just let him do it instead, because it would be believable in many ways. Like, this man has lived lucha. Like, Gable's a visitor. Like,
he's a colonizer.
A very good visitor, though.
Yeah.
In all due respect to Chad Gable, like, he does take lucha very seriously. Like, despite him playing a joke character, because he does very well with that lucha style, especially in the beginning of this match.
Dude, the beginning of the match, fucking that reverse 450. My God.
Dude, that was insane. Everybody keeps saying 450. That was a 540. It was a 540. It was a backflip, so it looks weird.
Yeah.
But they kept saying 450 for the rest of the match, and I just kept being like, no, 540.
Yeah.
540. And then after we finished last night, Christina was like, 450. I'm like, 540. These two did great for what little time they had to kind of pregame, like prep and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like if Rey Mysterio was meant to unmask Chad Gable, they should have let Ray Phoenix do that.
Yeah.
Especially because you just announced that you're taking over AAA, and Rey Fenix is a fucking veteran of AAA. Like, what better way to show camaraderie and not that it's like a hostile takeover from white people colonizing into Mexico, by having Rey Fenix take the dub. I think it also would have made more sense in this match, just in general. So,
look, Derek, that is historically not been the play with WWE ever. Like, after buying out WCW and claiming victory, Vince still had WC guys taking massive fucking losses and looking like fools for years afterwards. Like,
so
it's not WWE style to do that. Ever.
I was hoping, Alex, that after Vince was out, that we would see more friendship kind of moves, where you allow AAA to, take a dub at WrestleMania with one of their veterans.
No, this
Rey
is
fucking
cutthroat
Phoenix.
fucking capitalism, Derek. We don't get that. These carny fucks don't change.
Oh man, you're right. I know. But still, it annoyed the crap out of me. And like, Rey Mysterio better rip that mask off like fucking Monday or whatever. Like, just God, take his mask now at this point.
I know.
Take everything from him. Take his promo. Take his intro.
God, at least they walked back the Gulf of America bullshit. At least they did that. At least we got that out of it. Jesus.
Also, now that I'm thinking about it, though, shout out to Chad Gable with the flying headbutt that he does after he puts the metal in the mask, because no joke, when he hits Rey at the end there, like, it looks like it hits him in the head. When you slow it down, he's actually hitting him in the shoulder, but it goes so fast it actually looks like he's hitting him in the head.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Chad Gable's just that fucking good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, though. Like, it's so precise that the camera can't catch it quick enough, so it looks like he's actually just doming the fucking guy. Like, it's really well done.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Absolutely. Okay. The match I was probably the most curious on how it was going to go. The penultimate match, women's title, Tiffy Stratz going up against Charlotte. Fantastic entrance for both of them. I loved the Barbie's Dream House vibe for Tiffy. I loved that, like, diamond fucking building behind Charlotte. Charlotte should have come out first. I'm just gonna say that. Like, come on, champion comes out second. Like, let's keep with some traditions here. That makes sense. I don't care who your daddy is. That's just the way it should be.
Well, she is the Queen Nepo baby, though. Remember?
Yeah, that's true. She did dub herself that.
Yeah.
But, like, overall, like, not the best chemistry between the two of them. I think everybody was expecting a bit more of, like, a high flying and high speed match, and instead we got like a drown out slugfest between the two of them.
That's what I expected, actually, was a slugfest. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially after they decided to do the pre-show beatdown. My thought was, okay, this is just gonna be a dirty fight at the end of the day now, and it was. This match fucking slapped. God, Tiffy looked amazing out there, man. I saw some people whining on threads and stuff that, like, Charlotte was sandbagging and throwing the show and to make Tiffy look bad. I don't believe so. I just think there was a couple slip-ups that both people made.
Yeah.
Or as well, they were moving too fast for the other to notice the move happening. Like,
I think
like,
that
Tiffy went over the rope and, like, went to knee Charlotte in their back as she was kind of, like, hunched over. And Charlotte and Tiffy did connect technically, but she just lightly tapped her before, like, rolling out of it. Like, there was no way to tell that was going to be a hit, not without looking, at least.
Yeah.
But this, goddamn, this was a brawl, man. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, they just went at each other.
Yeah, that was what worked for me. Like, because it felt a bit more raw than you usually see. Pun not intended there. Just
nice.
Yeah, it was the little bit of like, oh, they don't have like the best chemistry. It doesn't feel like they're working well together. That kind of made it work more in that aspect.
Yeah.
It felt like they were just like dragging each other across the ring, just smashing, throwing fucking strikes and hits and attempting submissions. And, you know, yeah, Tiffany has some really like out there, like super flare moves and still like hitting them with some fucking impact. And like, God, when Charlotte got her knees up for that prettiest moonsault ever, that looked like it fucking sucked to take. My God.
Dude.
They did a great job with that.
Whether you're doing a frog splash or whatever, and you go down onto someone's knees like that, I feel like no matter what, you're always going to get the wind knocked out of you a little bit. Like, there's just no way to not. And that one looked especially brutal because Charlotte has really long legs, which makes her knees go up like 7 feet higher than everybody else's. Yeah. So, God, like, I don't know where much of the complaining, in my opinion, came from for this match, because to me, this was a closer style match. I don't know if maybe backstage didn't realize that this was going to be a closer style match at the end of the day. Tiffy, God, she looked like a prize fighter out there. Yeah. Like, she went full on Rocky. She was like, give me more, keep hitting me, go ahead, I could do this all day. And Charlotte, man, for what it's worth, like, she sold Tiffy like no other, in my opinion.
This is the thing that Charlotte does well. She performs on the bigger stages, and that's the only place where she fits in WWE, because the weekly shows, she doesn't really give much of a shit. It's pure apathy in the ring. The promos, not believable. No authenticity there. Nothing to write home about. But, you know, you put her on the big stage, she'll deliver in the ring.
And she did. I got to give it to her, because she gave Tiffy a run for her freaking money. She beat Tiffy the fuck up.
Yeah.
And Tiffy chipped a tooth.
No.
In this.
No. No, she didn't.
No?
No, that was just blood.
Oh. I know that she was bleeding from her mouth, but
yeah,
I remember it looked like she chipped a tooth.
It looked like it. I could have
sworn she did.
No, she posted on Instagram afterwards. Full chompers still there. Press conference afterwards, you could see her. You know, nothing, no damage done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I guess I didn't read it this morning. Last night it was said she did.
No,
when you look at that,
it looks like it.
It definitely looks like it's missing. Like, I'm zooming in, and there's like a chunk, unless her tooth is bent wrong in that moment.
I have no idea. Unless they have, like, you know, an on-call dentist ready to go,
which I would believe,
backstage. I don't know, dude, because
you look at that picture and it straight up looks like she, and I don't want to say she lost a tooth, because she definitely didn't.
No.
But it straight up looks like it's chipped from that photo.
Oh, 100%. Like,
and
people were ready to be on toothy time.
Well, like right at the end too, like when the camera zoomed in on her as she's like sitting there and it's like doing that upward angle. Like, that tooth looked like it got a chunk taken out of it.
It does. It really does. But like I said, like immediately after the show, during the press conference, like, God, that, like, I don't know if like any dentist could make that repair in like an hour, basically, from the end of their match to the end of the show. Like maybe 2 hours. Maybe.
Yeah, use that new cement that they use, where they
the UV light.
Yeah, the UV cement. Yeah, and it's like insta dry.
Yeah, I mean, all the credit if that's what happened, because my God, like, you could not tell in the post show.
Yeah, I'm looking at her Instagram picture, and the tooth looks fine there.
Yeah,
but you look at the, like, just after the match ends, and it's like, that tooth don't look fine. But it feeds into my idea of getting a little CTE mid-match turns you into another person. It happened with Liv, and we've been seeing with Liv, like, she's on a tear still. And now with Tiffy, because the moment that moment happened where she took that brutal face shot and you saw a little blood coming out, her hits looked a little bit harder and a little bit quicker. And
same thing happened to Stone Cold and Kevin Owens when he dropped him on his fucking suplex in the concrete on the outside. Like, woke something up in him.
Dude, like, because I think it was Barrett was saying that Tiffy was taking a moment in between before knowing what to do, and like that was showing her inexperience. The moment she took that headshot and started like bleeding from the mouth, that didn't happen anymore. Like, everything was just one after the other. Like this match should, in many ways, should have been a closing match. Because it just kept ramping up all the way up until the end. It was so good.
Yeah, but instead we got what was the main event, which totally, like, I mean, this is why you watch wrestling. This triple threat between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Like, this is what it does what it says on the tin here. Like, this is a main event match, the biggest stars they have in the biggest show that they have, showing why they are in their spots that they are. Like, everything about this fucking worked. It just did. Except for, Roman's interview in Vanity Fair from earlier in the year getting posted online this week in the head of WrestleMania. Just fucking WWE couldn't stop making own goals this week. Just couldn't stop. Fucking PR nightmare week.
Gosh, like, I don't know what's going to happen after the outset of all that with the interview. If none of you've seen it or like read it, look it up, because it's kind of a deflation. Like, it deflated me a bit going into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of the issue that they had for me and probably many others. He praises a man who is, by all accounts, just doing a 1-for-1 of the playbook that happened in the 30s. like
I'll give him not a pass. I'm gonna give him a little bit of not burying him completely, because this was in like fucking January that they did this interview. It was before things got even more terrible. But I'm not gonna give him a fucking pass, because don't try and fucking gaslight me here, motherfucker. You're just a rich piece of shit who isn't gonna be affected by this shit because you got the money. Okay?
Well, and that's the thing, though. Like, I would normally agree with that, but we're seeing that it doesn't matter who you are. If you don't look the right way, you have a good chance of going to a gulag in El Salvador. Because the brown shirts on the ground might not know who you are. They might not watch wrestling. And then all of a sudden, you're gone with no due process. Like, OTC, more like no TC.
Yeah, it kind of works.
Or OTQ. As on the shirt. Check it out in the shop down below.
The store, yeah. Oof. But
no TC is a not C supporter, and that's not good. No, that's not good.
Like, honestly, I could give this a pass if it was obvious he was working. If he was just playing up heel tendencies, like I could give that a pass, but not this. Just this. Nope. It between this, Nick Khan coming out and saying that WWE is the underdogs and playing the victim, that didn't work for me. Nope. Talking about how they don't sign talent to park them and bench them so nobody else can use them. Bullshit. Triple H being fucking Triple H and just being a fucking just terrible. The bright spots this week was obviously Seth and CM Punk. Seth for saying fuck Hulk Hogan, rightfully so.
Yep.
And Punk being like, everybody knows what my politics are, even if I'm not allowed to talk about them.
Yes.
Still took the money.
I knew Punk. But that's the thing, though. Punk is going to say something regardless.
Yeah.
obviously he's going to take the money, but he also had a chance to beat up a supporter of a horrible human being. So like at the end of the day, like you're still kind of winning out.
Yeah. Speaking of winning, thank you Vegas crowd for booing the fuck out of Dana White.
Oh my god, thank you. I was literally about to bring him up and be like, they showed a wife beater on WrestleMania as if he's someone to be clapped for and respected. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what?
People would clap for Stone Cold. I mean, they just would. Like, everybody forgets about that.
Oh, I don't forget about that. The difference between the two is one of them knows what they did and actually has some remorse and learned from that situation. And the other one just thought it was Tuesday.
Nice Bison quote there.
Thank you.
Now, back to the actual show itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number one, Seth's entrance, fucking dope as hell, coming out in that Balenciaga garbage bag with a flamethrower. Lights go out, like after burning everything down, lights go out, comes back, he has risen. He is the Monday Night Messiah, all in white, like Lucifer. Fucking rad as hell.
I feel like Seth was the one who remembered this was WrestleMania the most. Like, he went balls to the wall for his entrance, and I loved every moment of it. It was great.
It was awesome. Production team remembered it was WrestleMania for Roman with those screens with like his entire like bloodline dynasty, you know, behind him and everything like that. Even though he's a chief with no tribe anymore and is all by himself, rightfully so.
Yep.
Looked great though. Looked great. Credit to his gear team for making him look like $1 million. I like the touch of the custom Jordans, the gloves matching, like nice touches there. And then, my God, we got a video package intro with This Fire Burns for our boy Charles Montgomery Punk, and then he gets played out by Living Color. Just man,
so good. Just the man not only gets an amazing video package, he gets a live playing of his entrance song from a band who, like, everybody knows this song, regardless if you watch wrestling or not. You've heard this song. But to see it live or watch it played live is like, it's just amazing. I also thought it was cute, the little selfie that the singer did with Punk. That was great.
I gotta say, I did enjoy the crashing out of some racists online, discovering that Living Color are black.
Was it the name that didn't give it away, or what?
No, like, I don't think they don't fucking know. I mean, come on, dude. When did Rage Against the Machine get political? They don't know.
Right. What were they raging against, Alex? Like a washing machine?
Yeah. The ATM.
The ATM.
the redeeming thing at the gas stations for your lotto scratchers.
Yep. There you go. That's what it was, because it never works.
Yeah, never. But yeah,
I got
rocking the black and yellow.
Black
tights,
and yellow.
The ECW pipe bomb fucking gear. Loved it. Fucking Paul Heyman doing the kiss on the head and just being like, all of it.
I think what was really, really a highlight for me was Punk pretty much in tears coming down the gangway towards the ring, because this is a moment that's been a long time in the making for all of us, especially us marks.
Yeah.
I loved it because it was like, finally.
But like, actual match itself fucking delivered. Delivered. It's got everything you want in a triple threat, like, except for maybe just scroll back about a week and some change of AEW doing a triple threat with Kenny Omega, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Ricochet, showing that you can do a triple threat where one person isn't waiting on the outside for the other two to finish up.
You can have them all go at the same time for the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah, but this worked. This was the classic like triple threat format, and it worked.
I think because like there was like a 10-minute break for the no TC.
Yeah.
he got to sit out for a little while Punk and Rollins took this out into the stands with the people. And
the tribal queef though hit full send. I'm jumping back in.
Yes, that 10-minute break allowed him to not only jump the barrier, but jump 2 barriers worth of height very easily, and crash not only into Seth and Punk, but everybody else that was right there.
Yeah,
it was great. That suplex onto the garbage can.
Ooh,
Seth already has a bad back. Why?
Because it's fucking Seth, man. Seth is.
I know.
He's one of those wrestlers that does it for the love of the game at this point. And God, he is definitely I know we shit on Seth a lot here just because it's fun. But for fuck's sake, the dude is the backbone of WWE.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Seth, man. I know we make fun of him, but he's one of my favorites out there because Riz for days. Drip for days.
Oh yeah.
He may not do as many of the moves as he used to, but you're still getting some crazy shit from him, and he's still willing to risk it all every time.
Yeah, he fucking commits, dude.
And goddamn, does he commit to a storyline, because he played out this match really well with the idea of Seth can never just focus enough. And when he does focus, he becomes tunnel vision like Roman. Not in this match. Not at all. He was able to bounce back and forth between the two so freaking well. And he sold some great hits too. God, when he jumped in from the outside off the top rope and took that Superman punch to the face. For a moment I thought that was a real hit, an accidental hit.
Yeah.
Because of how well he sold that. That was crazy. And the fucking spear into the pedigree. What am I forgetting? Jesus.
Yeah. No, you cannot put these guys over for fantastic chemistry between the 3 of them in the ring. Absolutely. And Paul Heyman on the outside. Also putting in the most work.
Yeah, for not actually wrestling, technically.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman does a lot, man. Because I kept looking to Paul to see his reaction.
Yeah.
And I kept looking to Paul to see if he would do anything kind of sneaky. And may or may not have seen something like that.
Yeah. God. Also, my God. Finally, we got some announce tables getting smashed in WWE. It's been a long time.
Smashed, Alex? You mean when Legos explode?
Yeah, exactly like that. Oh God, the respect to the Spanish announce team at the start of the show should have been a clue. Should have been a clue. Those dealer tables were fucking dope looking though, till they exploded.
They were. Yeah, when they exploded and you see oh, those are just 3D printed and snapped together
with MDF and shit.
Oh, yeah, man. The old ones, they exploded too, obviously, but they looked better when they exploded. I don't know. This one just popped and made a weird sound, like you were trying to rip those 2 long, thin Lego pieces that got stuck together.
Yeah.
And you're trying to rip them apart, and they finally come apart and makes that popping sound. It's the same sound it made every time one of them broke.
So satisfying. So fucking
it was.
satisfying.
It was.
Also, fantastic storytelling throughout the match for all 3 of these guys. Once again, continuing the Roman character is defined by betrayal. He is trauma and betrayal. That is, Roman can never trust a human being again in his life.
Funny enough, I feel like this time it was his own doing though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He could have easily had Paul stay on his side. Especially after going into Punk's corner. If he had just been okay with the idea that, hey, I promised a favor and I don't break promises.
Easy.
That's what makes me so annoyed, because that's the other thing. Barrett kept bringing up, and even Cole said it once, that Paul Heyman betrayed Roman. And no, motherfucker. He was honest the whole time. He's like, man, I made a promise. I got to keep it. That's not betrayal. If anything, that makes him a better lackey to you.
Yeah, they could have just played it up, could have just rolled with it, But nope, Roman, your ego can't handle it. Just what it is.
Well, and I'm hoping that post WrestleMania now, Roman will see that and they'll actually play off that. Like, hey man, you did that to yourself.
Yeah,
you should have realized that Paul Heyman's a good guy, and if he makes a promise, he keeps it.
Yeah, they got two options going forward. Either Roman gets, time to look inward and grow as a character / person, or two, what's probably going to happen is Roman's going to disappear till fucking SummerSlam when he screws Seth out of his title opportunity.
Yeah, he's gonna wear the Shield gear and bring out a chair.
Yeah,
and do it right back to him. Yeah, I can see that.
Two directions, very easy. We'll see what the fallout is, during WrestleMania after this week.
Yeah, seriously, like the storytelling wise, this was amazing. Paul Heyman, I think, stole the show when it comes to the storytelling in this, though.
Oh my god,
because
his face alone.
God. Well, it's not until near end when you realize that Paul Heyman is actually the puppet master of this entire match. That he's the one who set the stage. He's the one who crafted all this. He's the one who laid the trap, essentially. I fucking love that, because technically speaking, he did not wrestle at all.
No.
Technically.
Couple of low blows, just Paul punch him in the dick, Heyman. He grinded that in there on Roman too.
I was just gonna say he didn't just sell the low blow. He made sure everybody knew what that was. He took his time to get down on his knee. He slow punched in,
and then he just mashed him.
Man.
He was just mashing it.
Just going, oh god, it was so good. And I bet you he was like the character Paul Heyman. Felt like that was a great moment, but the man Paul Heyman, I bet you had a fucking blast in this portion of the match, because like he just looked like he was having a good time from then on, man.
Dude, they looked like they were having so much fun out there. 100%. Like Punk especially. Like even after like taking the loss, you could still see the smile on his face.
So there was a tell in the very beginning of how much Punk loved this. And Jade did actually the same thing. I forgot to bring this up during Jade and Naomi's beginning, right before the match starts. Punk is walking to the ring, and he locks eyes with Roman for a second, and he smiles like not like a I'm gonna beat your ass kind of smile, but more of like a we made it, brother.
Yeah, like
we're here.
This is my fucking Christmas, bro.
Yeah, like he couldn't hide it and stay in kayfabe for a moment. And the same thing happened with Jade. I gotta say it, because it was adorable. Because Jade's coming down, she's mean mugging the fuck out of Naomi, and she gets like maybe 10 steps away from the ring, and she has this like we made it kind of smile, and it was adorable, and it made me love the match even more. But back with this one, it was the same kind of deal. Seth also gave a smile to Roman at one point in the match. Like, holy shit, dude, this is some crazy shit we're doing.
Dude, God, like, the Shield has just, like, become one of the most influential things in WWE for the right reasons, And the fact that it's still, like, is part of the company's, like, DNA at this point, it's a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. We didn't hear the name Ambrose brought up.
No, we
heard the name Mox. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not expect that at all.
No, I would have expected John Good, government name, but no, we got Mox.
That really took me, it didn't really take me out of the match, but it kind of made me sit back for a moment and go, oh shit, like, is that the moment where it's now canon that AEW exists in the WWE universe?
I mean, it does.
It does, but you know what I mean, though.
No, like Sammy was the first to cross that threshold. Like, he mentioned AEW by name.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, never mind.
That was like a year ago now, I think.
Oh. Well, if we talked about it, you have to understand, audience, I don't remember, because we've done like 74 of these things now.
Yeah. Hey, credit to us. Also,
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out for the details in this. Rollins doing the sharpshooter on Punk, and Punk selling that like, like an animal caught in a bear trap was holy shit, dude. Oh, Brett loved that, because that wasn't actually he actually did the sharpshooter fucking properly too.
Yes, he did. Oh my god, I was like, I think Christina was the one that said it too. She was like, "That's a real sharpshooter right there. Like someone's actually doing one."
Yeah. Oh god.
Because we always get close, but it's never good enough. It's never quite the sharpshooter. It's like closer to the Shamrock one.
Oh yeah. Cloverleaf.
I don't remember. Yeah,
dude.
I don't know, but this match slapped. I feel like me and Christina were talking a lot about this, where like in prior to WrestleMania coming up, like in the week, Seth was saying that it has to be him, the one that wins. It has to be Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And I had said, well, that means it's not Seth. Seth ain't taking it. How wrong was I? Like, the moment that happened, I immediately cemented it. I was like, okay, it's not Seth. It's either Punk or it's Roman.
Mm-hmm.
No. I think this is the best outcome. I don't think it could be Roman. Roman hasn't really done much since returning. Other than kind of unite the bloodline.
Yeah, they're
in a
more
sense,
fractured
like,
than ever, except for what Jimmy and Jay are solid again, and that's it.
You know what I mean, though? Like, he took his title back. Like, technically speaking, he should be making his tribe whole again, but he's not.
No, he's distracted.
Punk, a little too arrogant going into this one. I'm not gonna lie. Looking back on it after the match,
yeah.
Him having Paul in his corner made me equally as arrogant, thinking Punk was gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that Paul's a smart man, and he can read the room long before anything happens.
And the thing about this outcome that I'm gonna love is we will have a righteously angry CM Punk out of it, and that is one of the best versions of Punk. Like, just pissed off for the right reasons. That's gonna cook, boy.
Oh god, we're gonna get like a pipe bomb level promo this upcoming week. It's guaranteed. Like, it might not be like a pipe bomb where all the dirty laundry is being aired out, but in the way that it's approached and with the anger and the righteous anger that he'll have, it's going to be on that level.
Yeah, the main clue to that was after the show, when during the post show, Jackie Redmond tried to get a word in with Punk, and he walked away without uttering a single syllable. That's how you know. Like, the gears are turning. He's got something planned.
Yeah, he's gonna come up with a great revenge plot. Like, you know it.
But I mean, that's WrestleMania night 1 in the bag, in the books.
Yeah,
and fucking rocking. We got night 2 to look forward to. Obviously, Women's World Championship definitely going to be something to watch out for, opening up the show. The Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental match, hell yeah. I've got some high hopes for the Sin City Street Fight, just because, Priest and Drew. I got a lot of faith in both of them, knowing it's the big show. I gotta put my money where my mouth is.
I think it helped with the pre-show stuff for day 1 with them getting into the brawl. I think that helped push this over for at least the people that are there.
Yeah, and then we got the women's tag team championship with Liv and Raquel going against Lyra and surprise entrant. What?
Oh wait, surprise entrant who?
I don't know. TBA.
Okay, good. Because here's where I start having some theories, Alex.
Oh, Austin theories. Here we go.
Yeah. All right. We have 2 empty slots right now for day 2. 2. Count them. 2.
Yep. This one, and then Randy Orton TBA.
Yes. I know who's filling both of those slots. Funny enough, Alex, it's the same person.
Is it Alexa Bliss?
I wish, but no.
Okay. All right. Proceed.
It's KO.
KO is going to be women's tag champion.
Because we're about to get the start of the mutiny storyline, Alex.
the Mutiny storyline from WWE 2K25's My Rise mode that we have been playing
That's
through on
right.
the channel? Okay.
That's right. I actually, no, I don't actually think that's going to happen, but that's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
We need intergender matches in WWE. I think KO would be a great one to bring in as an intergender wrestler, because he's like, for as good as he is, he's also really fucking gentle with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he would be a great one.
Yeah, KO's one of the good ones.
But I also think that it's been a work to some degree with his neck injury. I think it's not as bad as they were making it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's actually going to show up for to fight Randy.
Okay, if it's not my money, my heart says Karrion Kross, because that would be pretty good for him to get that showing. Yeah, after that AJ Styles match. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, and after his showing at the
Andre the Giant.
the Giant
Mm-hmm.
Battle Royale, yeah, dude, he looked great. We didn't even talk about that. He looked great out there. He was one of the better ones out there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Actually,
For the Jobber Battle Royale.
yeah. Well, that usually sets the stage, if it can, for someone to push forward.
Yeah.
It did a lot of great good for Bronson Reed. Doesn't normally do that,
No.
so I'm hoping that's the new standard now.
I hope so as well, because before that was kind of a curse. Yeah.
Because when we were talking about with Bronson, we were talking about it as if it was a curse, and the year he had up until the injury was amazing.
Absolutely. God, I want to see him back soon. Hopefully he's doing well. And then, of course, we got the main event, John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about after the fact when that happens. Honestly, it could go either way for me, and I won't be upset either way. Like,
Well,
both outcomes can lead to some great fucking stories.
this is my thought process, and day one rang true on my theory of what this WrestleMania technically is, because it's a more subdued WrestleMania compared to last year in many ways.
It doesn't feel like a season finale. It feels like a season opener.
Yes, which honestly, if they wanted to get it right, day one should have been like the closing, and day two should have been the opening, if they were going to stick to this 2-day pattern, which I'm okay with, but also not okay with.
Yeah.
But Tiffy overcame Charlotte. Charlotte was the veteran, technically, between the two. I feel like this WrestleMania was about passing the torch from the old generation to the new generation, the old guard to the new guard. That match has so far proven me right. If Cody retains, which I believe he will, because it falls in line with my theory, that Cena is passing the torch on to Cody as the new actual quarterback. Like, this is the way of saying, like, yeah, okay, you are the quarterback, brother.
Does The Rock show up?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think on accident, he's going to screw it over for John.
And then Seth makes a surprise appearance and screws Cody.
Ooh.
With Paul Heyman.
You know what? That would work, actually. That would work. Because if he's going to keep having Paul on his side, it's inevitable that him and Cody will face off if Cody's still the champ.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could really work out where he screws. You could see it where Seth comes out and screws over Cena, because he wants to face Cody.
Maybe, yeah.
He'd rather face Cody than Cena. He's got Paul in his ear. Paul knows how this shit works. He knows who Seth can take on and can't take on. He's already a master of Seth freaking Rollins' entire career, because he's been in his corner, forever now, as of speaking.
Look, before we wrap up with the WrestleMania talk, I want to completely shift gears and talk about AEW Spring Breakthrough, because holy fuck, was that a dynamite for the fucking ages, bro. Starting right off the bat, we got an all-timer from Mercedes Money and Athena. That fucking that shit ruled. Everything about this was great. When you have a hard hitter like Athena and somebody who will bump their fucking ass off like Mercedes, it's a thing of fucking beauty, and I'm all here for it. Then we had Owen Hart tournament. Hangman going up against the wild card, ended up being Josh Alexander. Another just crazy fucking hard-hitting bomb fest. And fucking Hangman doing that dive lariat from the stage to the railing that he had Alexander propped up on. Just hell yeah. And what a way to debut Josh Alexander with him taking the pinfall and immediately joining the Don Callis family and being a heel right off the bat. So you got like 2 debuts at once. Just awesome.
God, I fucking love Don Callis, dude. I fucking love Don Callis. I gotta say though, this is setting up perfectly for a Will Ospreay Hangman Page match.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to this. This was quite the debut though.
Yeah.
This was a great match.
Oh hell yeah. I mean, just fucking rad. And let's face it, Will Ospreay is, AEW World Champion in waiting at this stage right now. Like the dude is he's a made man. We also got some more progression with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. After the Hurt Syndicate just in the Gates of Agony just beat the shit out of each other real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could call this a squash match, and I would not fight you on that technically.
Even though the Gates of Agony look like fucking monsters too.
But goddamn, yeah, I was gonna say, man, like this was like, oh, we like to hurt people, and they're like, hey, that's our line too.
Yeah, exactly. I did appreciate the after the match backstage segment with Bobby still being like, no, fuck this dude, I don't want him around, and MVP turning around on him being like, look, he steps out of line,
yeah,
you can kill him. And he's like, okay, I like that outcome, yeah, let's do it.
Well, I mean, Alex, if there's one thing that Bobby Lashley understands, it's that sometimes there are business decisions and sometimes there are personal decisions. This happens to fall in line more on the business end of things.
Yeah.
And the business is about hurting people. And MJF is also really good at hurting people.
He is. Emotionally.
Not just physically, but emotionally. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
salt of the earth right there. Yeah. Salt of the earth.
I'm looking forward to this storyline progressing.
So am I.
Then we had another Owen Hart match. Fuck yes, dude. This was the match of the goddamn week. Even with everything going on with WrestleMania, Ospreay versus Takeshita, holy shit, this fucking ruled. Oh my god, dude. Everything, like, damn, like, as perfect as a fucking wrestling match could be with these guys. Say what you want about, flippy shit and, like, no selling. These guys brought everything to the fucking table. Like, these are the guys that you should be watching when you're talking about, like, in-ring performers.
These two always dial it up to 11. When you put them both together, you're able to see some magic really happen. And this was no joke. This was a perfect match.
Yeah. And
I mean, they played off each other so well.
And it built off their previous match where, like, they showed that they had learned from their previous encounter and built on it.
Thank you. Because I was about to bring up Takeshita avoiding the hidden blade and actually playing off with the ref. Like, that was awesome.
Dude, the counters and counters. For like the turning the Raging Fire into a Stun Dog Millionaire, the fucking counters to the Ox Cutter, like just all of it, insane.
Dude.
Oh,
fucking Takeshita used the hidden blade, like
yeah, like what the fuck?
They were using each other's moves, dude. It was great.
The deadlift release German suplex, my god, oh, it looked like it fucking killed.
This match slapped. This was a closing style match. This was not a match where you would put it in the middle normally.
No. In the main event was the Ops with a last minute sub for Hook with the fucking brilliant addition of Powerhouse Hobbs into the Ops, taking on the Death Riders for the Trios champion. And this is another one, just a fucking blast.
Dude, this slapped. This was just fucking nonstop, which we've seen from the Ops in their squash matches. This was not a squash match.
No.
Especially now adding in Powerhouse Hobbs, who, after watching this, really makes you ask yourself, why was he not in the Ops sooner? Because
it's a brilliant addition. Just brilliant.
Dude, it just makes sense. God,
one of the best spine busters ever. Like him and Arn Anderson are like the best guys to ever do a spine buster. My God.
And now, so I have to ask then. They said Hook was hospitalized because the Death Riders had attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually has a real injury, though, right? Like, he hurt his eye or something like that?
I don't think they've confirmed exactly what yet, so we might just have to wait and see on that if they'll ever talk about it. But yeah, they're keeping that one close to the chest.
Yeah, because it came across with some of the rumor mill stuff that this was an eyeball-related injury. Yeah. And if it is, brother, I am sorry.
Yeah, I am sorry, but rock that fucking eye patch.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Do what Drew couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep it on.
Yeah. But yeah, no, fucking Mox taking the loss in this, crowning new champs, and going out with the fucking celebration on like multiple levels, because this was like the official like AEW Dynamite outliving WCW Nitro.
Yeah.
So it was just like start to finish, just like everything was working this fucking night. It just was.
Dude, this whole night slapped. This was a pay-per-view level show. Mm-hmm. And it was on a Wednesday night. Like, this is what WrestleMania was trying to do in many ways. Where everything slapped.
Yeah. Like, God, even everything about what AEW is doing right now is finally starting to pay off. Because, like,
mm-hmm.
We've been ragging on the Death Riders main event scene for months now at this point.
Like 4 months now, probably, yeah.
At least. And just, like, the feeling when they take that loss, just, it's so good. It makes it worth it, you know?
It does. It really does. And honestly, it's a way to kind of end the show. Mm-hmm. Like, because I also would have accepted Mercedes Moné's match to be the closer too, because that match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, they got to run that back with those two soon. Like, that's gonna be
shit.
That's got to be like a legacy feud between the two of them, like career rivals.
Seriously,
please.
That shit was insane. Like, I'm glad it opened though at the same time, because mm-hmm. it set the stage of what this entire show is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kept ramping up.
Yeah. Oh god, shit made me so fucking happy. And then also we had a special collision on Thursday, and just another fucking blast. You know, Kevin Knight, Lance Archer, just showing off what Kevin Knight can do. We got a tag team match with Josh Alexander, Konosuke Takeshita going against Rocky Romero and Ishii, with Rocky Romero turning fucking heel, helping the fucking Don Callis family. What the fuck is that? It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Megan Bain.
I didn't see this, guys, so Alex is...
Yeah,
he's a big one on this one.
Yeah, Megan Bain had a handicap match, 2-on-1 squash, just fucking, like, keeping her in the mix. Good to see. I like that.
Good, because she's a powerhouse, mm-hmm. and she needs to be played up like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
A 2v1, hell yeah.
Yeah. Then we had Adam Cole open challenge for his TNT title to Claudio Castagnoli coming out there. Those two fucking beating the piss out of each other, and then fucking Claudio getting the loss, not taking it well, and proceeding to destroy the announce table, just flipping it over and over again until the Death Riders came out to have him stop and just be like, no, let's get you backstage, let's get you out of here.
Well, he kind of lost his cool. Was it last week or the week prior when he took a loss?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm okay with that, because let him also be kind of like a wedge for the Death Riders.
Yeah.
Where his anger can really be an issue, because like play off that. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude. Oh god. And then there was LFI came out, Roosh, Duelistico, and the Beast Mordos to do a squash against some local talent. Just you know, super fun, quick, like, you know, doesn't have to be anything more than that. Commander taking on Nick Wayne for the ROH World TV Championship.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Nick Wayne, new champ. Heading off to
Understandably so.
New Japan for the Best of the Super Juniors in the near future, set up by
Nice.
Christian Cage. Fun shit happening there. Kid's fucking money at his
Dude,
age.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to rise fast. No matter which federation he ends up at long term.
Oh, yeah.
Kid's going to be rising.
Yeah. And then main event, Mercedes Moné with Harley Cameron going up against Chris Statlander and Julia Hart with Tony Storm on commentary. Just chef's kiss. There was, God, just great showing from Chris Statlander. Just they set up moments for her just to show how fucking powerful she is. Harley Cameron having a blast with fucking Puppet Monet again. Tony Storm on commentary, just fucking killing it. It definitely seems like they told her, like, hey, don't go too far this week. And she's like, okay, I hear you. We'll not get too dirty with it, but still just being a fucking amazing.
God, I love that woman. She defines wrestling for me in many ways right now.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. Because I'm reading here some of the highlights, and she asked why if there used to be a desk at ringside.
Yeah, no, Claudio fucking destroyed that shit. They ain't gonna be able to put that back together.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I wish I watched this one. I'm gonna have to watch this probably Monday.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, but yeah, hell of a fucking week in wrestling, bro.
Yeah, hell of a week. There's been some more ups than downs. Let's hope that night 2 of WrestleMania can recover from some of the slip ups of night 1.
Yeah. God. Cody, I know he has it in him to drag that main event to a main event level. Cena, I know he said that he's like lost a step these past couple of years, but I don't doubt that he will put everything he has into it that he can.
I'm hoping we'll see a Thunder Punch, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping for his springboard stunner where he just looks like a flying fucking brick.
Dude, I would love that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, have them have the Cody Cutter and a springboard stunner at each other.
Just two flying fucking bricks at each other. God, that'd be pretty fucking great.
I feel like because of like it doesn't matter if he's lost a step because you have Cody in there with you, and Cody, I mean, he's such a carny son of a bitch. Like he's just gonna sell you all day. Doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah. Oh God. If there's anything I know about Cody, there is a good chance for buckets of blood tonight. Well, last night.
I'm expecting
folks at home.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we might have to do some sort of like weird part 2 of the pod where we watch this and then talk about it real fast.
Maybe. I need the shifters in the comments below to let us know if you want us to start doing live watch-alongs to these bigger shows. Because I spent a good portion of the pre-show yesterday just getting that stuff kind of prepped for the day that starts happening. Because honestly, it seems like so much fun, and it'll keep me from looking at my fucking phone during the tag matches.
That too, yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I was cleaning during the commercial breaks. I couldn't help myself.
Dude,
editing Derek went and edited. So
I'm not gonna lie, I fucking paused mid-show to go eat. Straight up paused.
We ate.
Didn't bring the food in front of the TV to keep watching. Nope, just straight up paused.
You'll enjoy this. We ate while we watched, right? So we had some tacos and stuff. Nothing crazy. So nice and easy.
Yeah.
But my sister has like an ear infection going on, and she's special needs. Everybody, just so you're aware. She's high functioning, but she needed help with her eardrops because it makes her nauseous. So it's easier if someone else does it. Otherwise, too much goes in. And so I've been having to go over there the past couple days. So I had to go over there last night, day 1 of WrestleMania. So what did we do? We had WrestleMania playing on 2 different TVs. So no matter where I was walking back and forth from, I could keep watching. And then when I had to go to my sister's, instead of pausing, we then put it on the phone and then drove to her house to go give her her eardrops, have her hang out with Maya for a little bit. And we watched it on the phone while we were there. And her roommate watched it with us for a little bit while they played with Maya, and then we watched it on the way back, and then watched the final match when we got home back on the TVs.
That is more commitment than Triple H has to the mid card in WWE.
Oh, shout out to my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, just awesome girlfriend Christina, who was like, I'm not missing a single moment of WrestleMania. We're playing it on the phone while we drive, so this will not pause when we get there, just so you know. This will be playing whether we are doing our little hello to everybody, whether we're walking upstairs, whether we're putting the eardrops in, or whether we're walking out the door. This is playing. There's no pausing.
Yeah, no.
There's no pausing in baseball, Alex.
No, in wrestling, it's all gas, no brakes, Derek.
I'm obsessed. I have a problem.
Hell yeah. Before we wrap up, though, I do want to give some flowers to Effie for At the Big Gay Brunch. Just straight up, God, I hope he stays clean and nothing ever happens to this wonderful soul. And I'm quoting here, paraphrasing, until those fucking Nazis are afraid again, this isn't just a wrestling show, this is the fucking people.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people realize that are on that side, that enjoy this, what's going on. How many people are getting mad, and how many people from all walks of life are willing to stand up to this stuff. And you're hitting that line. Let me tell you, you don't want to take some of these wrestling moves from wrestling fans when they inevitably grab their pitchforks and torches, because some of these moves really fucking hurt.
Yeah, dude.
And we've watched it enough. We can hit you. We can hit you with a stunner. We can pedigree you out in the street.
There was a legit UFC fight that was ended by the Walls of Jericho.
You're right. Holy shit, you're right. I forgot about that. The actual Walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
Because if you were actually really applying that kind of pressure, like you're really doing it, yeah, you're going to hurt that person's fucking lower back like crazy in their hips. Like, it's going to fucking kill.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. I'm sorry to all of those people out there that love all these deportations and everything. You're about to have the holy trinity of wrestling fans come out there and fight back.
Yeah. Take a
GTS.
So. Yeah. To the face.
Yo!
Oh, wait.
God, that was one thing. Okay, we got a spear into a pedigree. We did not get a GTS. Wait, no, we did get a GTS into a head stomp, actually. We did.
Yeah, we got
like it twice
for GTS into a spear.
We did get the setup for it though as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a combination of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Credit to them.
Yeah.
Making the main event an actual main event.
We got a the no TC, the Nazi, getting just fucking manhandled by an anti-fash Charles Montgomery Punk, and Lord only knows where Seth lies. I don't know. I would have to assume
Seth's a good egg.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to assume, given how he dresses and flaunts himself, that he is not center.
Yeah, and his wife being Irish.
That too. Oh yeah, that especially. Yeah, true. That was. She's been gone so long that I forgot that he has to take his orders from the man of the house.
Yeah.
So,
funnily enough, there is footage circulating of her backstage during the main event, just having the time of her life, looking overjoyed, like dancing in her seat.
That actually leads back. We're circling back, Alex, to my real theory of who's taking over to wrestle alongside Valkyria.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah. She's there.
Yep. 2 Irish women taking on the world, brother.
Us again, them against the world. I'm here for it. Let's roll.
Yep.
But if you like today's show, do us a favor. Like this video. Subscribe. Join us on the YouTube. Join us on the social medias at Night Off Pod. Everywhere. Check the link in the description below for some special WrestleMania themed gear that's in the store right now. Actually, I think there's a sale going on right now, knocking off a couple of bucks on all the shirts too. So if you want to pick them up, go for it now. Now's the time.
Yeah, and if you ever get one of those signs out there into a live show, message us down below, comment down below on any of our videos, letting us know that you did it, and show us the timestamp and all that. We'll take a look and see if we see a Night Shifter poster out there in the wild.
Yeah, I may be cooking up some tapestries or banners to sell in the store to bring to these shows.
Ooh.
Yeah, working on that. It's getting there.
Editing Derek told me to bring a poster with him with me to AEW Dynamite in a month.
Yeah, they're coming. Where are they? They're going to be in Tinley Park. No,
Hoffman Estates.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoffman Estates. The 14th.
Yeah.
Of May. So coming up soon.
Yeah, WWE's coming to Tampa. Not spending the money.
No. I spent so much less money to go to an AEW show where I get to not only be closer but do more stuff. And I would have to spend like 4 times, maybe 10 times the amount that I did to get a fraction of that at WWE. So no. Thank you.
Mm-mm. Anyway,
and most of my favorite wrestlers are over at AEW anyway, so
yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Only thing left to do, let's wrap up and say goodnight.
Yeah, I guess we should do that.
Yeah.
Buenas noches, Night Shift.
We'll see you next week, and fuck Roman.
Yeah, fuck Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
bitch ass.
Tribal queef,
motherfucker.
Piece of shit.